Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Selvaraja. I'm part of the we call it Center of Excellence team in SAP.
Tell me something about something difficult that you've done recently, and what did you learn from it?
So I have encountered a lot of issues. Like in the past, because I've been working in this line for almost about 30 over years. So over the course of the years, I've encountered many things. But maybe before I go into a specific case, let me tell you what I've learned. Right. So basically, so any problems, is when we encounter a problem, you either go and see one corner, you try to analyze, maybe you feel that, oh, why this problem comes in. So I'm not a type of person who always worry about a problem. I always believe that every problem, there is a simple solution. It can be as easy as using a scotch tape. Now, why I want to bring this particular issue is that you may have heard this problem before, right? This statement, Houston, we have a problem. Okay. Now, I like this particular statement because I've used it many times in my presentation, because I feel that that's kind of summarize it. In Houston, we have a problem is that when 1970, Apollo 13 was launched to the moon. And what happened is that within they're expecting this will be third man moon to the moon. Okay, but what happened along the way, 1 hour along the way, one of the oxygen tank burst. Okay, and what happened is that in that situation, they lost oxygen. They cannot proceed to the moon. Okay, their life, the 3%, their life is in the big jeopardy. They don't know whether they can survive or not. They also cannot come back to the earth. So now what happened is that then that's where I think the captain tell the command center, say that yeah, Houston, we have a problem, and that particular become big line among everybody. But eventually, how they solve it. Okay, in fact, they got a lot of data coming from their own system. They also data coming from the command center also. None of the data makes sense because it become more confused because the carbon dioxide is increasing. So eventually what happened is that, and actually the way they came down is using masking tape. They went and stripped all the things inside into smaller components and find out exactly how to channel the carbon dioxide out, and then they can able to solve each one at a time, and then surprisingly they managed to land in the Atlantic. All the 3% survived. Okay, so to me that could be a way of analyzing every problem. I can feel that you can analyzing the simpler parts, and that's what I did. See, one of my cases where it was a few years ago, I was actually brought in to present into a customer. Okay, and I have all those pieces. I have all my demo system, everything fine. My the solution manager told me what to do, everything fine. When I was presenting to a bank, halfway through, the one of the board members, she's the board member, she stand up and say, Raj, stop it. It's not what I want to see. That was the middle of the presentation, and like I said, what happened? And then she said, yeah, I don't want to see this. In fact, I have given 5 scenarios. Where is the 5 scenarios? And I was like, what 5 scenarios? Okay, then I look at the person in front of me, and they all look at me. Oh, they have forgotten to tell me the 5 scenarios. And at that time, I was thinking what to do. All right, so what can I do? I say, okay, hold on. We've been told, let me fly in. So we have a couple of options. Let me look at the 5 scenarios. So I said, okay. She walked out. Then at the time they gave me the 5 scenario and look at it first. Of course, they brought me in, they spend money. Yeah, I can say, yeah, cancel this, come back another time, right? But I look at it, yeah, let's look at it, every one of them, and see, can we able to present it or not, one at a time, because 5 is a lot. Each scenario is multiple pages. I say, okay, let's look at it. And I'm not worried about the whole 5 scenario to deliver. I said, I understand that. Let's look at one scenario and see if that can deliver one scenario. And I was given until the afternoon to deliver it. So within, I think 2 hours, within afternoon lunchtime, I kind of convinced 2 scenarios I can able to show. What happened in the last 3 scenarios, I were not prepared. I said, let's go it. Okay, so and then went in and then presented the first scenario, and she's really, really upset the whole situation. And then she said, okay, show me, Raj, what you can do. Your AE told me you're sick. That's why you're unable to. I said, look at the AE. Oh, is it? Okay. I did not say anything. Then she said, okay, fine. I presented the first scenario, blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay, fine. Next scenario, second one, blah, 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 done. Third. Then I said, third scenario, I say, you already seen the second scenario already. Do you want to see a third scenario? Why don't I show it to you tomorrow? But then she was kind of convinced, and say, okay, you have to show me all the steps. I kind of trust in you. And then, yeah, You will come tomorrow and you present to me the last 3 scenarios to me. So then it went well. In fact, the next day I came in, and she came in because the way that I've analyzed it, she came in, Raj, I understand you're sick, right? I brought for you this medicine. Yeah, and the medicine, of course, I'm not sick. I have to take the medicine in front of her. I took it, all right, and after that, I presented the last 3 scenarios. So the lesson learned was that, of course, from there I realized something, right? I mean, nothing is it is your perception, right? So your reality always shows you, because you think that certain things cannot be changed, and because you are put in a situation. But if you really sit down and calm about it, if every situation is like a scotch tape, we can fix it.
Super. Thank you so much, Raj, for sharing your experience.
Thank you.